What a lovely piece of music. Thank you and welcome to the third Pacific Island playlist. It gives me enormous pleasure to say hello, or more accurately, bula, to Dr. Anne Cretan and quite a few other Pacific Islanders. Anne.
Bula Peter, bula everyone. I think we need to talk about our first piece of music. Is that right?
I think that's
okay.
how we rehearsed it.
So, so after Smack 1, I made a big decision to move to Fiji and take a job with Fiji National University to develop emergency medicine training. And some people thought I was a little bit crazy right then.
Well, fair enough. Give us an update. Years on, what are you proudest of? What have you achieved?
However, luckily, after 6 years, I can very proudly say we now have a program that's run by local people who've trained in Fiji, who are fantastic scholars, teachers, practitioners, and I happen to have a few with me right now.
Move the camera, please. There we go. Now, we just sat through a wonderful presentation talking about culture, talking about relationships. Other than the things that you're clearly very proud of that you've achieved, tell us what made the biggest difference.
Relationships are certainly number one in terms of developing anything, particularly in a culture that's foreign to your own. Developing capacity, both in people and in systems, so that when you leave, you've left something behind that will continue and is sustainable. It's about commitment, so I think this sort of thing needs at least 5 to 10 years to flourish. And then it's about context, and it's about understanding the local epidemiology, the sociology, the politics, and really learning to shut up for the first month so that you just listen and learn from the local people around you.
So with that in mind, the goal of these Pacific Island playlists is to inspire people. It is definitely not for us to talk like fig jams about our achievement. It's to inspire others. So tell people in the audience that are salivating like a rabid therapy dog how they too could go about doing something like this. Do they email? Do they phone? How do you get involved?
So please come and see Team Fiji tonight at the party. But as well as that, I think do your research, find a reputable organisation to be attached to. It's much easier to go and help with something that's started already that has a good framework. Make sure you're committed, because the people you'll be emailing actually are usually wearing about 5 or 6 different hats, and it's taking their valuable time and energy to reply to your email. So make sure it's the right time for you, it's the right place for you, and it's really what you want to do. And then be flexible, adaptable, and humble, and you'll have a really great time, and it will certainly change you for the better, I'm sure, because it has done me.
Fantastic. So this might be the same answer to a different question, but what are the mistakes people make? Do people turn up and it turns into a overseas vacation because they don't get it? What's the difference between the success and the less than?
So I think having an idea about Western superiority is a big mistake. I think it's actually a lot of lack in systems and politics that hold these brilliant local clinicians back. And don't have a fixed idea about what you're going to do, because you need to do what they need, not what you like to do. So it's not always, you have to be adaptable, and you have to teach what they need, not what you want to teach. And go for a suitable amount of time. You can't change the world in 2 weeks, regardless that there are some global health programs that seem to think you can. So it's long-term investment people need, and it's long-term coaching, mentorship. It's a long-term relationship you're cultivating.
That's absolutely wonderful. All good things come to an end, including our interview. I did a lousy job of tee-upping. I'm doing now. Your first song, let's do a better job with the second one. When you say farewell, who does it best?
So the Fijians do this best. So if you teach really well on a short course, you'll get this sung to you at the end. It's Isale, it's a beautiful song, and it really sums up how Fijian people, they're so collaborative, their humanity, they're caring, and in the African sense, they're Ubuntu.
Thank you very much.